Hello everyone. I am going to give you some ideas about how to create some handmade treasures. I have various boxes and jars full of what I call treasures. And a lot of them are just things, just normal things that I call something else to make it really special. And so I'm just going to give you some ideas on some simple things to use. All right. So the first thing I want to show you are some of the jars, the little bottles. I like glass bottles. I usually put everything in little glass bottles. So I get the question, where do you find all your bottles? Well, I find them everywhere. I keep my eyes out for them. These came from Hobby Lobby. There's 8 little bottles with the cork stoppers. And I really like the cork stoppers because they look a little bit more authentic, you know. These were only $2.99. So use a coupon on those. Hobby Lobby. I think I got the Tim Holtz at either Michael's or Joann's, and he's got quite a few different, these are corked vials, these are tiny vials, and these are decorative domes, okay? So, and these have the cork stoppers in them. They're all different shapes and sizes, so they work really well. They should be pretty easy to find. And I have recently found these little glass bottles with the cork stoppers at my Dollar Tree. I have 3 of them that I visit often. These were only at one of them. So keep your eyes out. You never know where you're going to find them, when they're going to return. They come and go, and they seem to bring them back often. So there's 7 of them, large ones in here, and there's 6 small ones with the cork stoppers, so that's a pretty good deal. I also found these at the Dollar Tree, and they are glass containers with screw tops, so they would work as well. You can also use match boxes or jewelry boxes, little plastic containers I found at the Container Store. These came from the Container Store too. Those kinds of things, anything like that, to contain your little treasures, anything will work. So let's get on to creating your treasures. My first go-to is glitter, confetti, and beads. You can find all of these things in lots of different shapes and colors, and they can be called anything. I like glitter. It makes wonderful pixie dust. You've got different kinds of shapes and stuff. Star-shaped confetti is wonderful stardust. You've got, they call this one foil confetti. It's not, it's little flakes of stuff. And, you know, these could be birthday wishes or happy thoughts, daydreams, anything like that. These confettis, I believe they're called confettis, came from Michael's. This is triangles. These are tubes, and these look like little tiny bubbles. They could be anything. Anything at all. This one is called shredded mylar. Again, that it would be really cool pixie dust, something like that. The tube confetti, I found this one at the Dollar Tree. Beads make wonderful, you know, birthday wishes or happy thoughts. I like the way beads look in jars, things like that. And these are little pebbles. I think they're florist beads. Christmas snow. use your imagination. I really like to put a lot of things into jars to make them special. Little shells, crystals look really cool, watch parts, buttons, that kind of thing. They really look nice. All right, so let's get on to some other things. I was looking for something for mermaid hair, and I was using all kinds of different things. Um, and someone suggested that I use Angelina fiber. I have no idea what they use this stuff for. This is a 1/2 ounce of Angelina fiber, and this is a 1/4 ounce. And it is really fine fibers. I think they spin it into yarn, or I don't know what they use it for. It's perfect for mermaid hair. Put it into a bottle, and it looks real. It's perfect. Angelina fibers. It comes in all kinds of colors, so you could get all kinds of different, Rapunzel's hair and mermaid hair and, all kinds of things. So that is really cool. This one is just embroidery floss. It is braided. It's about 8 feet long. It's really long. This is a lock of Rapunzel's hair, and that's all it is, embroidery floss that's been braided. Took me a long time to make, but it looked really cool. And you could do something like this with metallic threads. Here's another one with metallic threads, just wound over a spool. And that could be Rumpelstiltskin's spun gold. So those are really easy to do. I found these little shells at the Dollar Tree. Unicorn horns. Really easy to do. I do like the looks of shells in boxes and jars, so I've got quite a few little shells that work for that. I also have dried flowers or leaves. Look really good in a jar if you're doing like a spell box. It looks really authentic. There is some dry ferns in this one. Here are some dried rose petals. You could use potpourri, that kind of thing. I bought a packet of seeds, and they look very authentic in their little jar here. They could be anything. Jack and the Beanstalk seeds, or, sky's the limit what it could be. I also found reindeer moss at my Dollar Tree, which looks very interesting in a jar. Still looks very authentic, so that'll give you a different texture, something interesting. And this one is iridescent shreds. It's the kind of thing that you put in Easter baskets or gift baskets, I suppose. And it looks really nice in a jar as well. You could call this unicorn breath, something like that. And even ribbon in a jar. Looks like swirly little, wind from the North Pole or something like that. So ribbons and those kinds of fibers will work really well for your treasures. And also, this is a matchbox that I covered and painted, and these are dragon scales. They are just pieces of plastic packaging, like like this. They're cut into the shapes of what I think dragon scales would look like. I used a heat tool to soften them up a little bit and give them a little bit of shape, and then I painted them. Gave them a little bit of gold around the edges and put them in this box, and that is my dragon scales. Just like that. And then my last one here, nope, not my last one, let me show you this one. Play-Doh. You can make all kinds of different things with Play-Doh. I have made little balls and painted them for toad warts. I made little balls. I pressed little tiny wiggle eyes into them, painted them purple, and those are eyes, eye of newt. So they look authentic, you know, they look real. I painted them with a metallic looking paint, so they're kind of sparkly. And then my last one here, this is from My Treasures. These are real insect wings. When I lived in Alabama, the ants would eat dead insects and just leave the wings. So I collected them. I put them in this bottle. I know it is a little icky, but if you don't want to use real wings or can't find real wings, I found little wings from Tim Holtz. These are transparent wings. Some of them have color and some of them don't. Some of them are the whole pair of wings, and some of them are just single wings. They're just pieces of plastic that have been printed on. Put those in a bottle, and you've got your own pair of fairy wings. Really easy to do, really easy to find, and not quite as icky. Just saying. I had the wings, so I decided I was going to use them. I thought they were interesting. So an easy way to get some wings in a bottle. Just like that. All right, and what my plan is to do is I'm going to put my various things in the various bottles. I am going to make a list of what those things are. Birthday wishes, happy thoughts, fairy wings, pixie dust, daydreams, you know, all those things. I'm going to type them out, print them out on labels like this, and attach them to my bottles to label what each one is, so I won't forget. And then I am going to place my bottles in a cigar box or a jewelry box, something like that, and have them all on display, just like that. And that is my plan. I just wanted to show you what I was using before I started opening all these packages and filling bottles up. So I hope that gives you some ideas for making your own treasures. It's really fun to have a little box of treasures. They're really special. They make me very happy. In times like these, a little bit of happiness, made up happiness or not, happiness is happiness. It's nice to have. So I hope you make your own little jars, a little happy box, treasure box. If you're interested in seeing more details of the contents of my treasure boxes and jars, please go over to my playlist called Treasure Boxes and Jars. I've got some videos there showing how I did some of that stuff and some tours of my boxes so you can see and get some ideas from that. Thanks for watching.